is destroying itself because of, like I told you before, the situations with Pac or Snoop, you know what I'm
Success ain't
saying?
gon' jump in your hand, you gotta get it.
Don't let nobody switch up your plans, just stick with it.
I wake up tired but never get tired of making digits.
Chase your dreams, not the competition, stick to the mission, go.
Success ain't gon' jump in your hand, you gotta get it.
Don't let nobody switch up your plans, just stick with it.
I wake up tired but never get tired of making digits.
Chase your dreams, not the competition, stick to the mission, go. Success ain't gon' jump in your hands, I had to draw up the play, come up with the plans. I took my last yard and turned it to bands. Strangers gon' turn into fans. You know the love never come from the faces familiar. OBG, 5 boy, not familiar. Tell them fuck boys, me the dealer. I done sold water to the fishes. Suckin' niggas, pillow talk to bitches. The way I dance on that beat ridiculous. The game's not to be told, but sold. 3rd floor flow, I got it from gold. Woo. Boys the men to the end of the road. Tell them labels I ain't selling my soul. Woo.
Take control of your shit. Don't be a stupid rapper. A stupid rapper is a motherfucker that has somebody else tell them what to do.
You gotta get it. Success ain't gon' jump in your hand, you gotta get it.
Don't let nobody switch up your plans, just stick with it.
I wake up tired but never get tired of making digits.
Chase your dreams, not the competition, stick to the mission, go.
Success ain't gon' jump in your hand, you gotta get it.
Don't let nobody switch up your plans, just stick with it.
I wake up tired but never get tired of making digits.
Chase your dreams, not the competition, stick to the mission, go.
What was it like growing up in Trenton?
Oh, Trenton was hot, man. Was everything. You know, everybody loved their hometown, but Trenton was really something special those days. I was born in South Trenton, Power Street, and then after South Trenton, we moved to Miller Homes with the high-rise towers. Then there were towers. They tore them down since. But and I grew up around, let me just say, South Trenton, Miller Homes, and West Side, West Trenton. Never lived out North Side, but everybody knew us. It was real cool in Trenton, man. It was back then. There was a lot of, you know, hustles. They had the hustle, and then they were doing dope and all that. Out South Trenton was real bad, and I guess all around Trenton they had the prostitutes and all that. So I grew up seeing all that, but you know, I eluded them streets by doing a little music because my mom was a singer. She was a gospel singer, and my sisters and my brothers, they all was in the gospel singing, and you know, so I kind of stayed away from the streets like that. I was in the streets, but not of the streets. So
Where did you grow up at?
Something righteous.
Trenton, New Jersey.
What neighborhood?
Roger Garden, Haverstack, West Trenton. It's a project called Roger Gardens, and another project connected to it called Haverstack, Wilson Haverstack, and I lived in both. So I was raised in the projects out West Trenton, New Jersey.
What was it like growing up in Trenton?
Crazy, you know, poverty. I didn't, you know, to tell you the truth, in my household it wasn't poverty. So my mom and dad made sure me and my sister had everything we needed, but to go outside the door was everything, you know, crack, hustlers, shootings, death, you know, everything that comes with the project.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. I want to say peace to everybody first. This the Don Power A, Suicide Posse, King Cities, Trenton, Brooklyn, Stuyvesant, West Charlotte. So I came up in the heart of Trenton, Stuyvesant, West Side, Charlotte. We call it Charlotte because this where the guards at, this where the guards study at, and this where we perfected our skill at. We live in King City, we call Trenton King City. This where all the kings at, this where we be at, this where we rock at. So I grew up in Trenton all my life.
Where you grew up?
Where did I grow up?
Yeah.
Right here in the land, man. Right here in Trenton.
All right, so you from Trenton. So what was it like growing up in Trenton?
Life was good, man, growing up in Trenton, man. Like, you know what I mean? Especially the park where I came from. The best park, I call it. RGP.
Roger Gardens?
That's right, baby.
Yeah, it's Quest God. I grew up in New Brunswick, New Jersey, you feel me? Pretty much came out here when I was, you know, my 30s, early 30s.
Yo, I had a boy that used to smoke blacks all the time, and he died from cancer. That was my man.
You know what I mean?
I'm not saying that it's just gonna happen.
She never smoked a day in her life. You understand what I'm saying? Greens right now.
There you go, Big Fun.
And see how motherfuckers crying in there about how much
I like the way it smells.
I don't smoke either.
I'm gonna use a Dutch. I'm the same way as you, man. I'm smoking Dutch. Where's the flag on?
Yeah.
You gonna tap it with my flag like that? You don't fucking remember?
Getting interviewed right now, and the guy that's interviewing me, I've been here about a half hour now, and he might have mentioned your name at least 27 times.
Rocksteady.
Power A.
Facts.
Nah, we doing it here.
Facts.
2 films, baby. West
In the
Trenton.
building. West Trenton, baby.
How did you hook up with James Prince?
All right, well, I'm gonna go back a little bit before that. See, because, like I said, Jersey, we were the Mighty MCs, Trenton Mighty MCs. I can't stop. I mean, we were big to Jersey, some of Philly and New York, like Ghetto Boys to Houston. So we was the hometown heroes. What happened was a guy from New York named Brother Roddy. He came to me in Trenton. He seen me at a park one day just chilling. And he came to me and said that he seen me getting down rapping. He wanted to be down with the Hustlers crew. But at that time, like, we don't do no more Hustlers crew. I'm done anyway, with that. You know, we had a concert, a battle at the War Memorial Building, all Trenton MCs in Tri-State. It was 30 MCs there, 30 rap groups there, the Mighty MCs. We tore them down, took first place, you know, it was big shit,
on his
big
bags.
shit.
Yo, man, let's go try this. Let's do this. We went in there, hit her with that mic champion. Everybody look at us like regular rappers. But when we dropped that reggae on them, the whole sound, the whole atmosphere changed. To feel the vibes that we project. Whew. They couldn't believe it. Then, this was the setup. We do the show. They love the show. They bring us back. They gonna put us against some kids. Right. Right. We go against the first ones, we beat the first ones. The second ones, we beat the second ones. Now they look like they doing something. The third kids, somebody said, we're not gonna mess these kids' future
Oh
up.
God. Yo, that's messed up.
They said they're not gonna mess these futures, because all of a sudden we lost. But we were street homies. We was glad to get that far. We off for Stuyvesant, Charlotte. We glad to get that far. Went on tour with Brand Nubian, the whole shit. Rock shows with KRS-One, the whole shit. Killed them. Off the people in the hood.
Yeah, we gotta get something done, man.
Well, when I talked to YZ, he was like, yo, do it, yo, you should, man. It's a good idea, you should do it.
Oh, okay.
So then that's when I called Gold. I was like, yo, YZ said we should do
Team
it.
and Wise giving you a shout out, or even just to breathe the God air at that time was just like, wow. Me and Asiatic could sit up around all day like, yeah, we was around Wise, we hung with Wise today, and you know what I'm saying? Like different studio sessions, and him and Coach Shaheed, man, they was just really dope to me and Asiatic coming up, man. They was some dope individuals, always treated us like their peers, you know what I'm saying? And that's another reason what made me go so hard, just knowing that the artists in the town who I looked up to treated me and the God as their peers, like the Boulevard MOSSE, you know, Outstanding, Plex, Almighty. They always treated us like their peers.
I go from Trenton, Stuyvesant, Suicide Posse, Creative Born, and the DJ Ramsey. By me not being on there vocally, I just gave the bread up for them to go in the studio to pay for. Right. Everything was paid for from the donations
the brothers
of
from the
community.
Boulevard.
Boulevard MOSSE.
Right, Boulevard MOSSE. What about the other brothers from the section? Oh man, these my homies too.
Nation of Riot.
Nation of Riot, facts. These brothers was getting their Rozzy. Oh man, Katie, Almighty. Yeah, it was a lot of good people. Old Face, the Dread Old Face.
Lego, man.
Lego, all of them. Cause they was in the scene too. They was there too. Like, enough respect to Job Pops, Terminator Crew. Because they breaded us. And we just took what we had and made our own style from it. And we invented it by mistake.
I like the way it smells.
I don't smoke either.
I don't smoke though.
Doing, like, I ain't doing shit. Like, yo, I'm about to go to the studio. I was like,
Real. Back then, they throw a million jokers' names on the back of the record, but really, most of everything at Rap Block was produced by me and Ready Red and a cat named Doug King, basically.
Oh, I know the name Doug King.
Yeah.
I know that name.
During them days, the 80s, yeah.
All right, Ready Red, who did Assassins, which you died in 2018 at 53.
Mm-hmm.
Where was it from? A heart attack?
Yes,
That was?
heart failure of some sort, yep.
Okay, all right.
Sad story, yeah.
Bushwick Bill, 2019. He died of stage 4
Pancreatic
cancer. No?
Yeah. I was with Bill. Me and Bill was working on a new ghetto. Me and Bill, we was working on a Ghetto Boys for Life album. Okay. You know, and we was down there we was trying to get all the boys together, but everybody ain't down with it. You know, because it's a lot of hurdles, man. A lot of things since Ghetto Boys transitioned, and Scarface and Willie D and Bush, you know, from me, Box, Raheem, and Ready Red, and we were trying to make a union of all of us get together, and some certain members, Big Mike even, you know. You know Big Mike of the Ghetto Boys, you know.
Convicts.
Okay? But before we could even get to that, Bill was sick. That night in the studio, Bill's dad had asked me, Johnny, take after the studio, take Bill to the urgent care. They got them in Houston as well. Take him to the urgent care because his eye was turning yellow, you know. So I said, Bill, you know, we got to go to take him to the doctors. So I said, Bill, after the studio, we got to go to the doctor, man, you know, the situation. All right, so we was working on, that night we was working on Ghetto Boy for Life, a song. And Bill written rhyme, and the way Bill write rhymes was just special. He write all his ideas, he don't write rhymes. He write everything in his mind about the song. He write everything down, and I said, yo, Bill, you ready to lay your track? You know, because I had laid mine. And Box was working on his, and Bill said, yeah, I'm here. And he gave me a book, and it had like 2 pages that was full up. I said, yeah, Bill, what's this, bro?